Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to this session today. Today, we are conducting Pragnavaridhi lecture series. We have Vaidya Mrinal Nandakumar sir. Sir will be teaching about the basics of Kriya Shareera, which will include Dosha, Vriddhi Kshaya. Before that, I'll give brief introduction about Panchajanya. Panchajanya, the divine conch of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, which was blown during Kurukshetra, indicating the start of Dharma Yuddha that followed. There, all the efforts were done for the establishment of Dharma. Dharma was kept over personal relations and motives. Keeping the same motive in mind, our organization will work towards establishing the importance and necessity of following and imbibing the culture, accepting our roots and making people accepting our roots and making people realize the true essence of Ayurveda, not only as a treatment modality but also as a way of life. All these while walking in the path of Dharma. Hence the motto Shreyam Bharatiyam Arogyam Ayurvediyam. The founders of this organization started this because we felt the need to spread the knowledge of Bharatiya culture, Ayurveda, and its values to all strata of people in every corner of the world. Also, the founders being Ayurveda aspirants know the inside out of today's medical field. Hence, they aim to make people aware of this and also try their best to solve this on the go. In order for all this to be achieved, we have set up various wings with working principles and objectives that help achieve the goals faster and easier in the coming years. They are Team Swami Vivekananda, Team Ashwins, Team Vedavyasa, Team Sanjaya, and Nalanda. Coming back to the members involved in our organization, we have doctors, healthcare workers, teachers, students, and people from almost every single occupation available aiming at working together and bringing forward the true essence of Bharat and her traditions. So, all those who fit under these categories are welcome with honor and privilege. In this session, we have Vaidya Mrinal Nandakumar Rudragoudar sir. Sir presently working as Associate Professor, Department of Kriya Shareera, RKM AMCH Vijaypura, Karnataka. Sir has completed UG from uh, BLDES, AVS, AMV Vijaypura and PG from SDM Hassan. Sir has presented various scientific papers in various national and international seminars. Sir has delivered guest lectures on various topics. Sir conducted Har Din Har Ghar Ayurveda Awareness Program at KC Nagar, Vijaypura. Sir has participated, organized, and coordinated various medical camps, health awareness camps in slums, rural areas of Vijaypura district. Sir conducted an event named Kriya Kaushalyam at RKM College. Awards include Sir secured RGUHS third rank in first year PG Kriya Shareera. Best Paper Award at Ahara Mantana 2017. Best Paper Award at Pranada 2023 National Conference Solapur. Best Paper Award National Conference SSCA RAH Kuttak. Best Paper Award at Kriya Arohana 2023. We are very in this session today, sir. Now you can start the session, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So that can I start the session now, ma'am? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Offering pranamas to Lord Dhanvantari and the Gurus who taught me. By this, the blessings from my Gurus and Lord Dhanvantari, I would like to start the presentations. Hope this Dhanvantari and my Gurus bless my students also. Myself, Dr. Mrinal Rudragoudar, going Associate Professor in the Department of Kriya Shareera at RKMAMC Vijaypura. So, dear students, today we are going to deal about the topics which are mainly related to Kriya Shareera, paper 1, as basic principles of Ayurveda, introduction towards Kriya Shareera, and Tridosha. As the presentation motto is for the targeted audience are basically the exam going students, hence we need to see the marks distribution related to these particular topics in the Kriya Shareera. The topics related here are basic principles of Kriya Shareera. Next topic is Tridosha, The next word is Vata, Pitta, and Kapha individually. And last point is Dosha Vriddhi and Dosha Kshaya. Here, MCQs are contains 1 marks. SCQ, that is short essays, contains 5 marks. Long questions carries 10 marks. So the total marks distribution here is for basic principle and a theory of Tridosha, it mainly contains 8 marks, and Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and Dosha Vriddhi Kshaya contains 20 marks. Actually, in this topic, they have included 26 marks, which includes Kriya Kala and one MCQ question. So I have excluded that from my topic. Only today I am going to deal about total 28 marks of your first paper examinations. By keeping these things in mind, you need to study which are the long questions which are coming in that particular topics, and which are the short questions which are coming in that particular topics, and what are the MCQs, and where we need to concentrate on each and every topics. So today we'll do the first part is basic principles. As we all know that the Kriya Shareera contains some basic principles like Pancha mahabhuta, Loka purusha samya siddhanta, Samanya visesha siddhanta, Tridosha and Triguna siddhanta, and last one is Srotas. So let us move on to the introductory slide. The introduction towards the first basically Kriya Shareera. So as we all know that the Shirate Ananiti Sharira, that is nothing but which undergoes deterioration continuously, that is that particular thing is called as Sharira. And here, as the other references here, the Kriya refers to Pravrutti, Chesta, Karya, Yatna, and many more. Hello, excuse me, Dr. Sneha.
Ha, sir.
Uh, uh, I think the PPT is different one. I need to change this one. Can I change it within a fraction of second?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can do that, sir.
Just a minute, give a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, doctor, it's uploaded. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry for the interruption. And there was a small technical error. So we'll start the presentations. As we all know that the basic principles of Kriya Shareera are Panch mahabhuta, Loka purusha samya siddhanta, Samanya visesha siddhanta, Triguna siddhanta, Shrotas, and Tridosha siddhanta. So first we'll study or move on to the introduction towards Kriya Shareera. So, as the definition tells that it is the Shareera is a such a organ which the continuous deterioration takes place from birth till death. That particular system or that particular part is called as Shareera. And we all know that the synonyms of Kriya refers to that is nothing but Pravritti, that is nothing but Chesta, Karya, Yatna. That is nothing but Kriya here refers to do or to start or the anything which takes place in the living body. That particular thing can be referred as Kriya. Hence, Kriya Shareera refers to the branch of Ayurveda which basically deals with the normal bodily function of living human being is called as Kriya Shareera. I repeat, and the Kriya Shareera is a branch of Ayurveda which basically deals with the normal bodily function of normal normal bodily function of living human being. That is the particular actual definition of Kriya Shareera. So the next Adharbhuta Siddhanta is Pancha mahabhuta. So as we all know that Sarvadravyam Pancha Bhautikatvam Asmin Artha means the each and every atom or each and every particle in the universe is basically made up of these five elements. Those are Pancha Mahabhutas. These Pancha Mahabhutas mainly includes three words as Pancha, Maha and then Bhuta. Here Pancha refers to five, Maha refers to great, and Bhuta refers to these are eternal. The eternal here refers to the things which cannot be vanished from the universe. So these Pancha Mahabhuta, as the name itself indicates, Pancha, they are basically five in number as Akasha Mahabhuta, Vayu Mahabhuta, Agni Mahabhuta, Apa Mahabhuta, and Prithvi Mahabhuta. These are the five Mahabhutas which has been explained by our Acharyas. The next Siddhanta comes here is Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta. This is such an interesting Siddhanta which has been explained by our Acharya. Even here it includes two words, one is Loka and the other one is Purusha. Loka here refers to the universe around us, and the Purusha here refers to the human beings. That is nothing but we the living beings. And the reference quotes like Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande, Yat Brahmande Tat Pinde. Here it refers to the whatever which is mainly present in universe is present in human beings, and the whatever which is mainly present in human beings is mainly present in the universe. All living bodies is the representation of the universe. So when we study still more deeply about or understand still more deeply about Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta, we can understand it like it can be applied in all the aspects like anatomically, physiologically, and pathologically also. In next slide, I have some of the examples of related that I'll show you. And here, by keeping this Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta similarities and dissimilarities, they have given some example like Visarga Adana Vikshepa Soma Surya Anilastata. That is nothing but here Soma refers to moon and it is responsible for strength, and Surya here refers to sun. It is responsible for all types of transformation which mainly takes place in the universe, like photosynthesis and all example. And Anila here refers to Vayu. It is responsible for all types of movements in the universe. Similarly, in our body, Kapha is mainly responsible for strength, Pitta dosha is responsible for transformation, and Vata dosha is responsible for all types of functions and all types of movements. So these Soma, Surya, Anila, how they are nourishes the universe in the same way. Kapha, Pitta, Vata nourishes our body. This is the Siddhanta explained by keeping Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta. And these are the some examples how we can correlate Loka with Purusha. In Loka, as we all know that it is the formation, it is formed mainly by Pancha Mahabhuta plus Brahma. In Purusha, it is mainly formed by Pancha Mahabhuta plus Atma. As in previous slide, I said that in Loka, it is nourished by Soma, Surya, Anila. In Purusha, it is nourished by Kapha, Pitta, and Vata. So when we study in pathologically, as we all know that nowadays we are suffering from global warming that can be related in a purusha to jwara. This is nowadays we can apply loka purusha samya siddhanta in this present era also. And the draksha in loka refers to the alveoli or structurally entity in the purusha. That is bija abhisamskara. That is nothing but how the growth of particular stages of seeds takes place. In the same way, the garbha akruti, that is nothing but in purusha, development of fetus takes place. Shedding down of leaves takes place in the universe. In purusha, the shedding down of endometrium, that is menstruation, takes place in the purusha. And swachha bharata is nothing but the complete cleaning process of our India. And shodhana is nothing but complete cleaning process of our deha. So here we can apply loka purusha samya siddhanta even at each and every aspects, as anatomical, physiological and pathological. Here we have many examples, but the motto of the presentation is for the examination purpose, so we are having some glance over each and every topics. The next one is Samanya Vishesha Siddhanta. The name itself indicates Samanya and Vishesha. Here, the Sarvada Sarva Bhavanam Samanyam Vriddhikaranam. Here refers to the things which are in similar will increase. The things which are opposite in nature will automatically decrease. For that purpose only, in next quotations they have said Rasahetu Visheshastya. That is nothing but the things which are opposite in nature, ultimately they get decreased. And even our acharyas has explained as Tulyatahi Samanyam. And in that they have explained the classifications. Again, they have explained some divisions of Samanya and some divisions for Vishesha also. In next slide, it's visible like the classification of Samanya and classification of Vishesha. For classification of Samanya, we have Dravya Samanya, Guna Samanya, and Karma Samanya. In Vishesha, we have same as that of Dravya Vishesha, Guna Vishesha, and Karma Vishesha. For example, if you take in the Samanya and Vishesha, for Dravya Samanya, if the person is lean, if the person is emaciated, we can give him Mamsa. That is nothing but Mamsa Vriddhi. Means Mamsa is a Dravya or a drug which increases Mamsa in our body. Okay, if you want to increase the shukra dhatu, that is mainly which contains mainly gunas of kshira, by giving that particular kshira, that particular guna will increase. That is guna samanya. And the last one is karma samanya. As if you have a day sleep, diva sapna, automatically the kapha dosha increases. That leads to kapha vriddhi. This is karma samanya. In the same way, we can apply these things to the vishesha also. In next slide, that is nothing but Tridosha Siddhanta. This is a very basic Siddhanta and very important Siddhanta, because the complete future Ayurveda is mainly based on these Tridosha Siddhanta itself. And our Acharyas explains like this dosha, dhatu, mala, moolam, hi shariram. That is nothing but this dosha, dhatu, and mala. These are the three basic pillars of our body, are the three basic pillars through which the complete sharira is based on. And here even Acharya has explained the Dushyantiti dosha. Means these dosha are such a entity in our body which have a capacity to vitiate, or which have a capacity to produce diseases whenever they are vitiated by other remaining causative factors. And when we see the dosha, it has basically division as Sharira and Manas. The Sharirika dosha are Vata dosha, Pitta dosha, and Kapha dosha basically. And when we move on to the Manas dosha, they are Raja and Tama. So students get mainly confusion in the examination while writing this Manasa dosha. They also includes Sattva in this. Whenever the examiner asks, tell me the dosha classifications, they will write as Sharirika dosha and Manasa dosha. In Sharira dosha, they will write Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. While writing Manasa dosha, they will be concentrating on Managuna, Sattva, Raja, Tama. They will include Sattva in this Mana dosha also. So we need to be with due concentration, we need to write the mana dosha are raja and tama itself. The sattva is mana guna. And when we see the particular classification of shariraka dosha, the sharira dosha is again subdivided into vata, pitta, kapha. Each vata is again subdivided into five categories, as vata 5, pitta 5, and kapha dosha 5. Vata dosha are prana, udana, vyana, samana, and apana. Pitta dosha are pachaka pitta, ranjaka pitta, sadaka pitta, brajaka pitta, and alochaka pitta. Kapha dosha as bodhaka, kledaka, sleshaka, tarpaka, and avalambaka kapha. So these are the basic five divisions of vata, pitta, and kapha dosha. So, Triguna Siddhanta. Here, Triguna Siddhanta refers to the theory or originally explained by Sankhya Darshana. As we all know that the Astika Nastika Darshana, which comes under Padartha Vijnana, even Ayurveda also accepts some of the theories explained by our Sankhya Darshanas. And apart from other darshanas also, but we'll concentrate on Sankhya Darshana for Trigunas. Says that the complete whole universe is composed of these three main attributes as Sattva, Raja, and Tama. And as we all know that these Trigunas have direct impact on Sharira Dosha. And this, whenever there is an impact on Sharira Dosha, this Sharirika Dosha shows the positive effect on the body sometimes depending upon the guna, and sometimes they shows negative effect depending upon the gunas. So the next one is Shrotas. The Shrotas, the name itself indicates Shrotas, that is Sarana Shrotamse, that is nothing but through which the substance can flow easily. Saranat. Saranat refers through which the substance can flow easily. And even the Acharyas explains like through which the liquid dhatus, that is Jalilia dhatus, can move. Those particular things are called as, those particular structures are called as Shrotas. In next, our Acharyas explain how the structure of Shrotas will be, because in the examination point of view, if they ask shrotas for 5 marks, you need to write the structure, and you need to write the classifications, and you need to write the mulasthana of that particular shrotas. As we all know that the shrotas has the color of the dhatu that they carry or transport. If the shrotas is carrying rasa dhatu, then the color of shrotas will be colorless. If it is carrying rakta dhatu, then the color of that particular shrotas will be red in color according to our acharyas. And when we see the structural aspects, they are in different shapes. Some like with respect to, some are round, some are thick, some are large, and some are small, and some are elongated, and some are network like, and some are in branches. So they have concentrated on each and every blood vessels, flexus, and aponeurosis, everywhere, everything they have concentrated, and they have structurally written in the form of their round, thick, large, small, elongated, and network like, and some are in branches also. So I have categorized the particular shrotas and moolasthana of each shrotas as pranavaha shrotas. The moolasthana is Rudaya and Mahashrotas. Annava shrotas, the moola is Amashaya and Vama Pashva. Udaka is Talu and Kloma. Rasa is Rudaya and the Shodamani. Rakta is Yakrit and Pliha. Mamsa is Snayu and Tvak. Meda is Vrikka and Vapavahana. So the Asti is Meda and Jagana. Majja is Asti and Sandhi. For Shukra, it is Vrishana and Shepa. And for Mutra, till now these are the Dhatus. Next is Mutra, Purisha, Sveda, are three malas. And Artava is nothing but Upadhatu. For Mutra, it is Basti and Vankshana. For Purisha, it is Pakvashaya and Stula Guda. For Sveda, it is Medha and Romakupa. For Artava, it is Garbhashaya and Artava Vahini Damani. So these are the shrotas explained by our acharyas and the respective moolasthanas. So in your examination, you need to write the shloka of that particular moolasthana of individual dhatus, and you can write the explanation. So in the our examinations they might ask you the relationship between each other, like the relationship between mahabhuta and trigunas. These might come for 5 marks, as in first slide I have said. There is no 10 marks question in this. We will only concentrate on 5 marks questions. In 5 marks, if they ask pancha mahabhuta, or if they ask triguna, or if they ask tridosha, you need to write the relationship. First you need to explain mahabhutas, and then you need to write wherever the mahabhutic relations will come, or wherever the triguna relations will come, like relationship between mahabhuta and triguna, as akasha mahabhuta has interrelated with sattva guna, vayu is interrelated with rajas, and agni is interrelated with sattva plus raja, and apa with sattva plus tama, and prithvi with tamaguna. So this flowchart if is enough for your exam point of view. And relationship between dosha and triguna, as in while explaining about triguna I said each and every triguna has direct effect on sharira dosha, and those sharira dosha will show positive or negative effect on the body depending upon the gunas. Vata dosha is dominant of rajas, Pitta dosha is dominance of sattva plus rajas. Kapha dosha is dominant of tama plus sattva. I am using here dominancy because the individual will contain all the three gunas. Depending upon the dosha, the particular guna will be aggression. In Vata dosha, Raja guna will be dominancy, and the remaining sattva and tama will be in the recessive form. The next one is relationship between dosha and mahabhuta. So as we all know that Vata dosha is mainly made up or composed of Vayu plus Akasha Mahabhuta dominancy. Pitta dosha contains Teja plus Jala Mahabhuta dominancy. Kapha, it mainly contains Jala plus Prithvi Mahabhuta dominancy. Dominancy refers to these are the two Mahabhutas which are dominant. The rest of things are in little or minimal quantity. So, till now, we discussed about the Adhara Bhuta Siddhantas of Kriya Shareera. These, till now, the obtained marks are completely 8 in number, and those might come only for 5 marks. And in they might ask you in MCQ the classification of which guna, and they might ask you the particular mutual relationship between particular thing. So it depends upon the examiner what is going to ask. So till now the questions are divided till 5 marks. From now we'll discuss the 10 marks question as well as plus 5 marks. Okay, so that we'll prepare the examination for 10 marks so that we can reduce it and write for 5 marks. If we prepare for 5 marks, it will be so difficult to expand and write it for 10 marks. So Tridosha, as we know that the Tridosha is divided into Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So we'll deal with basically Vata dosha initially. And these are the points which I have written as Nirukti, Sthana, Guna, Karma, Beda, importance of Vata dosha, Vriddhi and Kshaya. So these are the all points are similar to Vata, Pitta and Kapha, except that importance of Vata dosha 1 point. Each and every point will come in Vata as well as Pitta as well as in Kapha dosha. So while writing the 10 marks question, you need to know that whether these points are included in your presentations or not. So the first basically the Nirukti, as we all know that the Nirukti of Vata runs as Vagati Gandhana Yoho. Here the Vata dosha, the Nirukti runs as Gati and Gandhana. So the students will get confused like Gandha refers to smell. No, the Gandha here refers to the Jnana or enthusiastic or the impulsation. Hence, the Nirukti runs as Vata dosha is mainly responsible for Gati and Jnana. And it is also responsible for enthusiastic functions of the body. Enthusiastic functions refers to the impulsing or the motivation, that is nothing but Gandhana. So this is the Nirukti. And when we see the Sthana, while writing examination, students, whenever they see Vata Sthana, they will directly concentrate on Pakva Shaya Kati Sakti. Before that, our acharyas in Ashtangurudaya Sutra Sthana, first chapter only have explained the general sthana of Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So while writing examination, write general sthana of Vata and specific sthana of Vata dosha. so that it will be more impressive. So te vyapino pirinnavi ado madhya ura shramshritah. So then our acharyas has explained, below nabi vata dosha will be present, around the nabi pitta dosha will be present, and above the nabi kapha dosha will be present. Write this shloka and then write the general sthana of vata dosha is below nabi, that is below nabi, just mention this much only. And when we are writing the specific, in next shloka write the specific sthana for vata dosha. Here you can mention pakvasha kati sakti shrotrasti sparshanendrina, this shloka. So as you all know that everyone know the meaning, so that I will show them pictorial images related to that particular Vatasthana. So, exam going students, even though if they can't remember the shloka, they can remember these sthanas or these pictures as Pakvashaya, Kati, Sakti, Shrota, Asti, and Sparshanendriya. And as the main Mula Sthana is Pakvashaya. So these are the pictorial images of each and every Vatasthana, so that it can be easily remembered. As the research shows that whatever we see, we remember for longer time. And whatever we read, it will be for lesser time. And if we read that same point for maximum hours, then it might be helpful. So what our exam point of view, we can remember these images and you can write related to that. And when we see the guna, as it is tatra ruksha lagu shita karasukshmas chala anilaha. So the vata dosha is, it mainly contains the gunas like dry, cold, light, constantly moving, non-slimy, and rough in nature. So these are the basic gunas which are mainly composed of the Vata dosha. And when we see the karma which has been explained under Ashtanga Hridaya, so I'll show you the images so that you can be, it will be helpful for you people. So the Vata karma is, first one is Utsaha, that is nothing but enthusiastic. As the in Nirukti we discussed that the Vata dosha is mainly responsible for enthusiastic Gandhana, and it is responsible for Uchvasa and Nishwasa. That is nothing but it is responsible for inspiration as well as expiration. That is the complete respiration. And next is Chesta. Chesta here refers to all type of bodily movements. And Vega Pravritti, that is nothing but is mainly responsible for constipation. Because of its main guna is rukshata, it might sometimes it might produce hard stool, that is krura coast. And samyak dhatu is also responsible for maintenance of each and every dhatus, because the main circulatory system or the main impulsive system which is mainly present in our body is vata dosha. And akshapatana, that is nothing but it also helps for the regulation of our sense organs. The next one is types of Vata dosha. As basically Vata dosha is mainly divided into 5 types. In that, first we'll deal with Prana Vata. I'm not going to read the shlokas, so it will consume much more times. So I will show you the images or pictorial images related to this Prana Vata. So the Prana Vata is mainly present in Murda Pradesha or Shira Pradesha, and it does the functions like spitting, and it also does the functions like sneezing. It also does the functions like belching, or it is responsible for the functions of respiration, and it is also responsible for annapravesha, that is nothing but deglutition. So the pictorial images might be helpful for the long term remembrance of this particular pranavata. So this pranavata is responsible for spitting, sneezing, belching, respiration, and deglutition. So the next vata is Udana Vata. As we all know that it is located in Urasthana Mudanasya Nasa Nabi Galam Charati. So it is mainly responsible for Vak Pravritti. It is mainly responsible for Vak Pravritti. But student, while writing in this shloka, they will write as in second line. It is we have an explanation like Bala Varna Smriti. Bala, Varna, and Smriti. The Bala, the students will write here as strength, and Varna, the students will write here as color complexion. So don't do such a blunder mistake. Here Bala refers to the strength which is mainly required for pronunciation. As the Vayu enters from Nasa, Nabi, and then it comes out through Gala. Hence, for that particular, we required strength in the abdomen, we required strength in our trachea and it our voice box, so that the energy required for production of that particular sound is bala. And varna here doesn't refers to color complexion, because the color complexion or transformation is mainly done the function of pitta dosha. Here varna refers to the varna mala or alphabets. So the complete Udana Vata function is you need to concentrate on speech production. That is, Udana Vayu is mainly responsible for speech production. The circulatory areas, it goes through Nasa, Nabi, and then comes out through Gala. So when we see the speech production or the physiology of speech according to modern, it is the same pathway which has been explained, that is Nasa, Nabi, Galam, Charet. The next one is Vyanavata, and the Vyano Vriddhistitah Krishna Dehachari Mahajavaha. For this also I have a pictorial image like Vyanavata. It is mainly located in Hridaya Pradesha, which circulates all over the body very fast. That is Mahajavaha, and it also does the functions like Gati. That is, and the next one, it also is responsible for flexion and extension, and it is also responsible for nimesha, unmesha, and it also does all our kriya, that is sarva kriya. So this Vanavata can also be understood, or in your examinations you can write as further explanation. This Vanavata is located in Hridaya, that is central nervous system. It circulates all over the body very fast, and it also does the functions like flexion, extension, can correlate to voluntary functions, and nimesha unmesha can correlate to involuntary functions, and it also does rest of the body functions. So in your examinations write it in this manner. So Samanavata, Samano Agni Samipascha Koste Charati Sarvatah, means the Samanavata is mainly present at the coastal region and it circulates throughout the coast. So and the functions of Samanavayu is it is responsible for Annam Grannat Pachati Vivechati Munchati, means it is also responsible for intake of particular chyme. It is responsible for Pachati digestion. It is responsible for Vibhajati Sarakitta Vibhajana, and Munchati, that is nothing but motility or expulsion of that particular food substance. So when we correlate these two particular modern aspects, the complete enteric nervous system, which includes intrinsic and extrinsic nerve supply, can be correlated to this particular point. So Apanavato Apano Apanagaha Shroni Basti Medroro Gochara. So the functions of Apanavata is nothing but which mainly present at the genital regions. The functions of this Apanavata is it helps for the ejaculation of semen, helps for the menstruation, helps for the defecation, helps for the micturition, and it also helps for the parturition also. So these are the basic 5 functions of Apanavata. So as I said that the importance of Vata dosha lies here. It is Pitta Pangu, Kapha Pangu, Pangavo Malo Dhatavaha refers to. So the Pitta, Kapha and rest of the dhatus can't move because they are Pangu in nature. The Pangu here refers to limb. So they can't move from one place to other place. For that they require some support. That support or influence will be given by Vata dosha. Hence, with the help of Vata dosha, they can move from one place to another place. How? By keeping that in the Adharabhuta Siddhanta of Kriya Shareera, we have explained Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta, right? So by keeping that Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta, we can explain here how the clouds move from one place to other place with the help of wind. In the same way, in our body, Vata dosha helps for the responsible of movements of all the things from one place to other place. This is the importance of Vata dosha. So the next one is Vriddhi and Kshaya. So the dear students, if the question is for 5 marks, Vata Vriddhi and Vata Kshaya, then hardly you can write 1.5 page or 2 page. So as for 5 marks, it is 3 page. So that what I have done is the Vriddhi Kshaya can be understood or written under this category. So as we all know that the classification of dosha is Sharira and Manas. So when we see the dosha classification or understanding of dosha under pathological or clinical aspects, dosha is divided into Prakrita dosha and Vaikrita dosha. This Prakrita dosha is responsible for proper maintenance of health. As we all know that the definition of swastha is samadosha samagnischa samadhatu malakriha. Samadosha refers to the Prakrita karma of each and every individual doshas are responsible for maintenance of health. So when we move on to Vaikrita dosha, it is again divided into Vriddhi and Kshaya. Here Vikrita refers to which is responsible for pathological conditions, right? Pathology refers to Vaikrita. It is divided into Vriddhi and Kshaya. In Vriddhi, again it is divided into, or we can understood as Chaya, Prakopa and Prashamana. So, if you are writing Vata dosha Vriddhi and Kshaya, write as Vata dosha is divided into Prakrita Vata dosha and Vaikrita Vata dosha. This Prakrita Vata dosha does or maintains health by performing Prakrita Vata dosha karma, and Vaikrita Vata dosha is again divided into Vata Vriddhi and Vata Kshaya. In that, Vata Sanchaya, Vata Prakopa, and Vata Prashamana in Vriddhi. This theory can be also adopted under Pitta, can also be adopted under Kapha dosha also. Please don't forget this particular slide to write in your examination, which gives or which adds more marks towards this. So as you all know that Vata Vriddhi, it is, I'm not going to read the shlokas because as it is a just brushing up your knowledges. So, vata, the increased vata vriddhi leads to the symptoms like emaciation. It is responsible for blackish discoloration, desire towards hotter substances, and like tremors, kampa, distension of abdomen, anaha, constipation, loss of strength, loss of sleep, loss of sensory functions, irrelevant speech will be there, giddiness, fearfulness look, deenata will be there. So when we see the particular vata doshic symptoms, those all are related to the gunas of vata dosha. Tatta ruksha lagu shita kara sukshma chala anila. So the action of gunas takes place here. That is increased guna, sometimes decreased guna, because the Ayurveda completely is based on guna siddhanta. The next one is Vatakshaya, Lingam Kshine Anile Angasya. That is nothing but whenever there is a decreased Vata dosha, it leads to generalized body debility, that is generalized body weakness. Speaks very little because of it is as the Vata dosha is responsible for Chalaguna. Whenever the Chalaguna is decreased, automatically Udana Vayu decreases, less production of speech takes place. Loss of orientation, unconsciousness, and all sthanas of Kapha dosha will be filled, the sthanas of kapha dosha will be filled with kapha dosha. The person feels like the remnant sthana of kapha doshas will be filled because the vata dosha, and when we see the ashraya sambandha, and when we see the quality wise whenever the vata decreases, automatically the slight amount of kapha dosha increases because of opposite in qualities. Here we can apply samanya visesha siddhanta also, and we can write the things. So let us move on to the next dosha, that is Pitta dosha. The Nirukti runs as Tapasantape. That is nothing but Tapa refers to the red, heat, hot. The thing which is responsible for heat is called as Pitta dosha. Okay, the things which are mainly responsible for heat are called as Pitta dosha. And the all types of transformation which are mainly taken with the help of Pitta dosha itself. And so when we see the sthana of Pitta dosha, that is as I explained in previous slide, it is te vyapino pirinnabi ado madhya urashram shritaha. So this is nothing but the Pitta dosha is mainly present in the nearer the Nabi Pradesha. That is the general functions of Pitta dosha. And when we see the specific functions of, specific sthana of Pitta dosha, that is Nabi Ramashaya Svedolasika Rudiram Rasaha. That is nothing but, so so I'll show you the images. So here the particular sthana of Pitta dosha are Nabi, Amashaya, Sveda, Lasika, Rudira, Rasa, Drik, and Sparsha. So the particular or important or Mula sthana of Pitta dosha is Nabi. Here, Nadi refers to not the umbilicus. we need to consider here Nabi refers to the complete small intestine or the organs which comes nearer or behind the Nabi. So that is the organ which comes behind the Nabi is Grahani. There is nothing but your complete small intestine where the actual transformation or digestion takes place. So when we see the guna of Pitta dosha, they consist the guna like unctuousness, hot, that is the heat, and penetrating property. Tikshna guna for it is the Tikshna guna is mainly responsible for transformation also, and it also has foul smell. It has a moving, that is Chalaguna, and it is liquid in nature, because when we see under modern aspects, the some amount of juices are also responsible for digestion. So hence the things can be understood as drava in nature. And when we see the karma actions or Pitta dosha, so the pictorial images of Pitta dosha, it is responsible for Pachana karma. It is also responsible for Ushma, that is the regulation of body temperature or maintenance of body temperature. It is responsible for Darshana, that is nothing but is responsible for vision. And when we see the rhodopsin synthesis or photo transduction, we'll come to know what you mean by here Darshana. And Chitrit, it is also responsible for hunger and thirst. It is responsible for Ruchi. It is responsible for Prabha, Medha, Dhi. And it is also responsible for Shaurya and Tanu Mardava, soft body parts. And so when we see these all the things, when we see the gunas, that is the transformation, and it is responsible for tapa, it is responsible for maintenance of body temperature. So when we see the gunas and when we see the functions, those are similar in nature. So the types of Pitta dosha, the first basic Pitta dosha which has been explained or which is the complicated one is Pachaka Pitta. So here our Acharya has explained it is the Panchabhutatmaka Katvepi Yatna Jase Gunaidayat. Means the Panchaka Pitta is mainly responsible for digestion. The Pachaka Pitta is the only Pitta dosha which is mainly responsible for digestion and which is mainly present between Pakpa Amashaya Madhya. That is nothing but which is mainly present between stomach and large intestine. That is nothing but your complete small intestine where the annam granat pachati vivechati and munchati takes place. So the complete digestion takes place there, and the vibhajana of sara kitta takes place there. And this pachaka pitta nourishes rest of the pitta dosha, because if there is a complete proper digestion, proper absorption, and proper separation of food, then it ultimately nourishes each and every aspects of our body. By keeping this thing in mind, Pachaka Pitta has given the utmost importance. And when we see the Ranjaka Pitta, as the Acharya has explained, the Amashayasitam Pittam, that is nothing but the Pitta dosha which is mainly present in Amashaya, which is mainly responsible for Rasa Ranjanat. Here Rasa Ranjanat refers to this Ranjaka Pitta gives color to the colorless Rasa Dhatu. That is nothing but when we see the stages of erythropoiesis or the formation of RBC cells, so vitamin B12 and intrinsic factor of castle, which are mainly present in stomach, which are mainly responsible for maturation of RBC. So while studying the GIT, go and study the stomach region, and in that stomach they have explained if there is a lack of presence of intrinsic factor of castle, that leads to the pernicious anemia. So by keeping this concept in mind, if there is a lack of Ranjaka Pitta, then there will be a lack of maturation of RBC, lack of formations of matured RBC. Hence, Ranjaka Pitta is responsible for erythropoiesis. The next one is Sadhaka Pitta. The Sadhaka Pitta is also present in central nervous system, as the functions of Sadhaka Pitta are Buddhi, Medha, Abhimana, Dhairya. Hence, these are the things which are mainly present in Rudaya. Rudaya refers to central nervous system, because the Buddhi, Medha, Abhimana, Dhairya can't be in your heart. They can only be in your central nervous system. So, these are the things which are mainly responsible for Buddhi, Medha, Abhimana, and Dhairya. And when we see the Brajaka Pitta, the last one is Pakastam Brajakam, means the Brajaka Pitta is mainly located in skin, and it is responsible for color complexion. So whenever there is increased Pitta dosha, there will be slightly colorations of skin. Whenever there is a decreased Pitta dosha, there will be palerless of skin. So that is due to increase and decrease of destruction of RBC, that is increased melanin thing. So that you can discuss in your destruction of RBC. So the last one is Alochaka Pitta, Rupalochanat Smutam. That is nothing but the Alochaka Pitta is mainly responsible for vision. As while discussing the functions of Pitta dosha, it is responsible for vision. Vision refers to when we see the layers of retina and when we see the rhodopsin synthesis, when we see the transduction, photo transduction, we can come to know why Al Pitta dosha has been included under Alochaka Pitta. So Pitta Vriddhi. So when we as here also we should write while explaining Pitta Vriddhi, we need to write Prakrita Pitta dosha is divided into Prakrita Pitta and Vaikrita Pitta. Prakrita Pitta is responsible for Prakrita functions of Prakrita Pitta dosha. Vaikrita Pitta is responsible for pathological condition of Pitta dosha as Pitta Vriddhi and Pitta Kshaya. Pitta Vriddhi, as we know that the Pitta refers to the Pitta. That is nothing but whenever there is a discoloration. Pitta refers to yellowish discoloration. So whenever there is an increased Pitta dosha, there is an increased Pitta dosha, yellowish discoloration of stool, urine, eyes, skin takes place. And excessive hunger, thirst, burning sensation all over the body, and duration of sleep will be reduced. It needs to things. And pittakshaya, so pittakshaya leads to pitte mando analaha shita prabhahani, means there is a pittakshaya leads to improper digestion, as the basic function of pitta dosha is digestion. Whenever the pitta dosha is decreased, it leads to improper digestion and the person feels cold as the body temperature decreases, and loss of luster as brajaka pitta is reduced, the loss of luster or kanti is lost. And the last dosha, that is kapha dosha, and when we see the nirukti of that particular kapha dosha, uh, the definition runs as shlesha alingane. That is nothing but the one which is responsible for stability is called as sleshma. It contains mainly jala mahabhuta and it is mainly formed of jala mahabhuta dominancy. As I said, dominancy refers to because each and every other doshas are also present in that. Sorry, other mahabhutas are also present in that. And it is responsible for stability and it is also responsible for immune system response of our body. So when we see the sthana as the general sthana of Tevapino Pirunabi and specific sthana, that is Urakanta Shirakloma. The general sthana is nothing but above the Nabi Pradesha, the Kapha dosha is present. And when we see the specific sthana, that is Ura and Kanta, Shira, Kloma here refers to the lungs, and Parva, that is phalanges, Amashaya, Rasa, Meda, Grana, and Jiva. So these are the basic locations of Kapha dosha, but main Mula location is Ura Pradesha. The next one is Guna. So the Guna of Kapha dosha are unctuousness, cold, heavy, slow, slimy, viscous, and substable in nature, sthira. And when we see the Kapha dosha karma, it is Sleshma Stiratva, Snigdatva, Sandibandhana, Kshamadivi. These are the four actions. Stiratva as it is the stability to the body, and Snigdatva as the qualities of Kapha dosha are snigdha, oily, unctuous in nature. It also produces some amount of oiliness in the skin. Sandhi that is nothing but compactness of the each and every joints takes place. Kshamadivi refers to it increase the Vedic Kshamatva, immune response of the Kapha Prakriti or Kapha dosha will be stronger. Hence, for that purpose only, the Kapha Prakriti persons are Balavan and they have Uttama Bala and they have good immune response compared to rest of the Prakritis. And when we see the type of Kapha dosha, the first Kapha dosha comes is Tarpaka, which is mainly located in Shira Pradesha. That is nothing but you can consider here as a CSF, which mainly helps for the proper functioning or proper nourishment of central nervous system. So here Tarpana refers to nourishment. So when we see the functions of CSF and when we see the functions of Tarpak Kapha, there are some similar things. Bodhaka Kapha, that is which is mainly located in the tongue region. So here Rasa Bodhanath refers to there is a when for proper digestion we require a proper amount of processed bolus. For proper processed bolus, we need to require the proper amount of saliva in our mouth. That proper amount of saliva will mainly secreted from salivary glands. That particular saliva is considered here as bodhaka kapha. If there is a decreased bodhaka kapha, then there will be improper formation of bolus. The next is Kledaka Kapha. The Kledaka Kapha is nothing but which is mainly present in Amashaya. It is the basic function is Anna Sangata Kledanat. It produces some amount of moistening things in our GIT so that for the proper mixing of food takes place with the Kledanat. The next one is Avalambaka Kapha. The Avalambaka Kapha is mainly present in Ura Pradesha, which mainly nourishes the organs which are mainly present in the Ura Pradesha. So, as the Avalambaka Kapha plays an importance here because it does the Ambu Karma. The Ambu Karma here we can consider here at the lymphatic system, and here we can also consider the subpleural fluids which are mainly present in the pleural cavity. So the when we see the functions of these two things, they have the basic function is protective function. As the basic function of kapha dosha is stiratva snigdhatva sandhi bandhana kshamadibi and stiratva stability and immune response. For that purpose avalambaka kapha plays an important role here. And the last one is Sleshaka Kapha. The Sleshaka Kapha is mainly present in Sandhi. And as we all know that the synovial fluid, which is mainly located in Sandhi Pradesha, which is mainly responsible for fluency movement of the particular Sandhi. If there is a decreased Sleshaka Kapha, when we can hear some cryptus sounds. Whenever there is a decreased age, whenever the age of the individual goes on increases, vata dosha increases, automatically the kapha dosha decreases, sleshaka kapha decreases, there will be cryptus sound heard in the individuals. So the kapha vriddhi, as in previous slide I said, we need to include that particular chart in this kapha vriddhi kshaya. And the sleshma, the kapha vriddhi shloka runs as sleshma agni sadana prase kalasya gaurava shwetya shaitya shlitangatva shwasa kasati nidrata. Means the increased dosha or kapha dosha causes reduced digestive power, excessive salivation, not interested to do in any work, whitish discoloration of the skin takes place, and laxity of the body parts will take place. Dyspnea is seen, cough and excessive sleep, ati nidrata is seen. So these all the symptoms are related to kapha vriddhi because of the increased kapha qualities, that is kapha guna. And Kafakshaya runs as Kafe Brahmaha Sleshmashanam Shunyatvam Rudrava Shratasanditaha. That is, Kafakshaya leads to dizziness. Person feels like emptiness of Sleshmastanas, discomfort in the chest region as the main sthana is Ura Pradesha, and looseness of the joints. So whenever there is Kafakshaya, the person feels emptiness in the Sleshmasthana. As while discussing about Vata, whenever there's increased of Vata or pathology of Vata dosha, there will be complete fullness of each and every Kaphasthanas has also been explained. This is interrelated with each other. So so after completion of these all the about my topics, the types of questions appeared in the examinations in previous year examination question papers. If I whenever you students refer, especially for this RS7 batches, the question was, the first question was, describe general properties, location, function of vata dosha and explain types of vata in detail. It was for 10 marks. Same for pitta dosha. And so in this, for this question you need to write the general starting from vagati gandhana yoho till complete detail, that is last vata dosha classifications. Okay, so here you need to write the general properties in of the vata dosha. In location, that is nothing but sthana, you need to write general sthana and specific sthana. Function, as you all know that in vata dosha, types, that is all five types of vata dosha will be explained with the shlokas. Same for pitta dosha. And the next question was asked as, what are shrotas, explain importance and its types. So in that previous slide, I was showed what are the shrotas, what are the classifications of shrotas, what are the structure of shrotas, what are the moolasthana of shrotas. If you read that much, you will get around 4 to 5 marks. And the next to the question was, explain types of kapha dosha in detail for 5 marks. Here you need to write from nirukti till vriddhi and kshaya. So as I've said that these 10 marks questions might come for 5 marks also, and for this 5 marks question will only come for 5 marks. So if you study each and every topic for 10 marks, you can write it for 5 marks also. If you study the everything for 5 marks, it's very difficult you to expand the things. So these are the questions which has been explained in the, or which has been asked in the previous examinations. So for as we all know that we are concentrating on examination point of view students, there are some tips for examinations. Before appearing the examinations, get a blessings from your gurus and parents. This is the utmost important one. Be in time for the examinations. So as we all know that the rule for examination students is we need to be half an hour before in the examination hall, not in the examination center. You should be in the hall before 8:30. As the examination starts from 9, you should be in the examination hall in your seat at 9:30. And you need to carry your hall tickets, black ball pens, ID card. These three are mandatory. You need to carry this. Don't write with blue ball pens, write with black ball pens itself. And you need to, if you are it's depend upon you, you can carry your water bottles with you or not. And follow the instructions given by the invigilators or any regulator bodies. So don't fill the that answer script by your own. If you have any queries, ask the invigilator or ask the any teacher who is present around you, so that he can help you in writing. Avoid have some minimal mistakes. Okay. And the first thing is attempt all the questions. Don't leave a single question. If you leave a single question, it might be a problem for your passing purpose also. And don't leave the hall early, because what happens, even though you have written everything and you have completed your paper at 2.5 hours also, sit unless and until the final bell rings. That is nothing but if you entered the hall at 9 o'clock or 8:30, the your examination will finish around 11:30. Sit until 12 o'clock and then you can leave the hall, so that at last half an hour the some things point or some remnant point will be remembering, so that be in the hall till 12 o'clock. And refer previous year question papers. So if you refer previous year question papers, you can come to know what type of questions they have asked, and what are the things we can read and what are the things have left to be read, so that you will come to know. This is the crucial 10 days, so that you can refer your previous year question papers. And as my opinion is, you should start writing 10 marks question first, and then attempt 5 marks, and then attempt your mcqs. Because if you start writing mcqs, it requires hardly 1 or 2 minutes. So if there is any problem, as you know that the mcqs question will be so tricky, if you stuck on thinking on that same question for more than 2 minutes, then it will affect your next question. If one mcq question is left, or nothing, or if it is wrong, nothing will happen. But if one 10 marks question is left, then you lose complete 10 marks. So that first attempt 10 marks, then 5 marks, and then mcqs. Okay. So that all the best for your upcoming RGHS examinations. Hope you all will do the best. So I take an opportunity to thank the organizing committee for getting me opportunity to share my knowledge with the beloved students. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We are coming to the end of the session. Sir, we are very glad to host you in this session today, sir. You have given your great time for conducting the session, sir, in spite of having such busy schedule. On
Okay.
behalf of our Panchajanya organization, we are very thankful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation to conduct this session today. Along with the knowledge, you have also shared the exam tips also. And once again, thank you so much, sir. If
Thank you,
anything
doctor.
in the future, we'd like to collaborate with you, sir.
Oh, sure, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We'll wind up the session now, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Can I leave the studio now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.